Butt Ghost. From the guys that brought you Butt Ghost 6 and 14.
Keep talking, Kimberly.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. That's my thing.
Darn Ferkin drinking Geeson.
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
French. I am everything. I am the Alpha and Omega, the A to Z on the fucking internet. No. Cute doesn't belong on the internet. I belong on the internet.
It's scary. I know.
Scary. Shut the fuck up, Thomas.
Whoa. Oh, hi, Mark. It's Hangin from the Balcony with Sir Jared, the Professor, Nathan Betts, Miss Professor, and Thomas the Doubter.
Oh, I know what's going on here. There we go.
And record.
And hello. Hey, it's me, the Professor, with my friends. The Professor's friends.
Every time you do that, you sound creepier.
Do I sound creepier?
And my
friends. And my little friends. We're on Hangin from the Balcony, and we love movies here. So I'm the Professor. This is my friend Nathan L. Betts.
On the Twitters, that's me. Hello.
At Nathan L. Betts. And this is Kimberly. She's the other Professor.
Hello.
Hi, Kimberly. And over there is Thomas the Doubter.
You make me sound like a grump.
He's a grump.
He is a grump.
Thomas the Doubter's a grump.
Because I have taste. Doesn't make
He
sense.
has taste.
He's a tasty grump.
He has a perceived taste.
He's so delicious.
You don't sound like a professor right now.
What am I sounding like?
Thomas
the Doubter.
I was thinking someone from...
And in the corner.
There you go. Sounds like an announcer.
I was going to say someone from Sesame Street.
Thomas was heartbroken when The Undertaker lost his 21-0
to Brock fucking Lesnar.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
But this,
I
his
think
face.
you misspoke.
I'm
It's
talking about
Nathan L. Betts.
Oh,
not
it's Nathan L. Betts.
Yeah,
Thomas,
I'm
like the Professor and the other Professor, did this when he lost. I don't give a shit.
Who's that?
You know it's fake, right?
Who's that?
Who's that?
Oh, did he get
Sorry.
old and decide to write a script where he could retire?
Somebody did, yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah,
Okay.
somebody did that.
And that's wrestling with Thomas. Oh, wait, with Hanging from the Balcony.
That's
All
right. We review everything now.
We review everything from wrestling movies to just normal movies.
They are acting.
Twice in a row now.
Did any of this record?
Yeah, we got it.
What, maybe?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. So let's start. We
God
saw
damn it.
some movies. Let's start with you, Nathan. What did you see this week?
I saw the Red Violin.
No, never heard of it. That's not a movie.
All right. I saw the
Red Violin.
Red Violin.
So who's
Yeah.
in it?
Sam Jackson and Paul Bettany, and I'm not sure who else.
Okay.
Some other people you'd probably recognize.
I feel like-
Probably.
I feel like that sounds familiar. Have I seen the Red Violin?
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
So tell us, did you like this movie?
I really liked it. There is one reason that I watched it was because of the scenes of them actually creating the violins. I was told that I was, as the my other hobby, the woodworker in me would really appreciate it, and so that was really interesting to watch. Some of the woodworking scenes, which were there's only about 3 or 4 of them, but they were interesting. This particular violin, spoilers. This particular violin has its weird red sheen because of its backstory. The creator's wife died giving birth to the
Violin.
masterpiece violin that he created for his son, and he was going to make his son a virtuoso, and it's got the perfect. They done scientific tests on it, and it's the perfect tone and all this crap.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't finished yet when he lost his wife, so he stained it with a pint of his wife's blood, which gives it its weird extra red tint. And so just little interesting little woodworking things like that. A little morbid, yeah. But the thing, the way that they kind of do it, the gal, she's big. She's big. She's 7 or 8 months pregnant, and she wants to have her fortune told by her cook or somebody that lives with her that also knows how to do tarot cards. And the way you kind of gather at first, you're like, oh, well, she's reading the cards for this mother to be and the future child. And as the movie wears on, you're like, oh, the fortune's actually for the violin. This is all the things that are happening to the violin, not the person. So it kind of twists that around a little bit. That's kind of interesting, and it follows the violin from its creation in the mid 1700s all the way to 2000 or 1998 when the movie was made, and it goes up for auction, and that's where the movie starts. And then you see it go up for auction at one of the big ones where they do like $1 million. Like they started it at like $800,000, and so it's starting, and people are going crazy for it, and then it starts to go backwards. But every time it goes back to the auction, it's the same scene from a different perspective, like who's there or who's showing up late for it or whatever. So just the auction itself was kind of interesting, how they handled the auction. And then the backstory, there was probably 6 stories that kind of got all wrapped up into this violin, and it was really, really well done. It took a long time for it to get rolling. It was really slow at times. But overall, it was just a fascinating story. Like as soon as they introduced another, like the next section of the violin, I was like, oh my god, now what's going to happen with this thing? Like it eventually, it got this kid right here. Spoilers: he ends up dying. It gets buried with him. Some grave robbers come and steal it, and it gets put back out in circulation again. You follow this violin through the whole thing. It's really, really well done and very, very interesting. So,
if you liked it,
I really liked it. I liked it for a change of pace. I thought I thought the woodworking obviously was really interesting. The dude was a dick. It wasn't
which dude?
It wasn't Stradivarius. It was another guy.
Dude.
That what's that?
Which dude?
The dude that was actually making the violin. It wasn't Stradivarius. It was one of the other guys. I think it was an actual violin maker from the time, and I don't remember what his name was. But the opening scene, you're kind of panning through the workshop or whatever, and you get to and he has like a whole bunch of apprentices doing various finishing stages of the violin. Some of them are cutting it, some of them are sanding on, and then he goes over to this dude that's he's probably maybe 20 years old, and you find out that he's been working on this violin for 8 months, and he's sitting there and he's just like as close as he can get to it, and he's sanding it and perfecting it. And the guy that's his name that goes on to the violin, he takes it from him and he does like an inspection, and the kid just steps back and puts his hands behind his back, so you can obviously tell like they get inspected quite often. And he's sanding. The dude comes and takes it from it. He inspects it, and he just takes it and he smashes the shit out of it. He's like, now he says something along the lines of this would only end up in a church or or an orphanage, and I will be damned if my name gets put on something that goes to such a lowly place. And now, instead of being angry with me, put your anger into your work. Now get back to work. And so the kid just wanders off and starts another violin. But just like the mentality of like working on something for 8 months and having your mentor be like, you fucking suck, smash. Like it was just
so that's interesting.
Yeah. So the Red Violin's slow, but definitely
it's got moments.
Very interesting moments to it, and just very, very interesting.
Yeah, I guess I haven't seen this. I must have just seen a preview or something at some point. It doesn't sound.
Yeah, the preview for it. I remember seeing the preview for it a long time ago, and even the preview doesn't really. Or you watch the preview, and you're like, I could probably pass on that. But if you like a story that kind of had like gets revealed like peeling an onion, just kind of layers and layers and layers, like it's pretty interesting. I could recommend it.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, I could definitely recommend it. I don't know if you'd like it, Thomas. It's a little slow.
Well, hey, what? I watched Sleeping Beauty. I mean,
Thomas can sit.
That's all. Yeah, that's all he can. That's all he can
the slowest
complain
movie
about.
I've
Always
seen.
pull that one out.
Now, Thomas, you told me you didn't have any movie for this week.
I haven't. No. I wanted to see Captain America, but alas, the person I was going to see it with, they were busy. Yeah.
Well, then,
Winter Soldier. Sorry.
Wait, did you go there and they were full?
No. The person I was going to go with, they kind of bailed, so I did not see it.
Kimberly and I saw it. Did you see it?
I didn't. No, I did not. I got invited to go see it tonight, actually, and I had to say no thanks.
Oh, I hate that you had to say no. I really liked it. I really liked it. Kimberly,
I really liked it too.
Yeah.
did you like it more than me or less than me?
I don't know how I can figure that out, but it was kind of everything you want a movie to be.
Yeah.
You guys sound like professors.
No, this movie's good. It's good.
It's just good.
It's an action movie, no question. But it's an action movie that does everything right.
It does
It's
it-
so good.
So,
Yeah.
like, are we talking in like Avengers good, Dark Knight good? What are we?
It's easily Avengers good. I might argue it's better than Avengers, and it's probably better than all the movies that Marvel's done.
Wow.
You know,
Cool.
I'm trying to think of, like, I really liked Iron Man when it first came out. I don't know how well it holds up because I haven't watched it in a long time. But I came out of Captain America 2 with that kind of Iron Man feeling where I was like, holy shit, that was good.
Is this a thing?
No.
It's a fan thing. Okay.
It's some fan thing. Kimberly and I actually discussed like favorite action sequences from the movie as we were driving home, and I'm like, "What about that scene?" She goes, "What about this scene?"
That one.
And as we're pulling in, this is after like 10 minutes of driving.
Just
we're pulling
talking
in,
about the
I go,
action.
What about the opening fight on
And
the boat?
I was like, what do you mean the boat? And then it took me a minute to remember.
and we're like-
There was the coolest
This movie has
sequence
so many
on a
good
boat
sequences
in the beginning.
that you can't remember them all. That's the
Yeah,
point. Like that
yeah.
opening
And
fight on the boat
it's
could have
not-
been a climax for
Yeah.
any other action
Yeah,
movie, and you'd have been
absolutely.
like, "What a great ending!" And instead, it's just their
And it could have
opening.
even been longer and more showboaty, but what they did was streamline, effective. It just showed Chris Evans as Captain America as just so good.
So
Like,
smooth.
just
and-
good.
Yeah, by the end, I was like, Captain America's the coolest guy ever. Like, I was so honest.
We don't need anyone else, just Captain America.
Falcon may be the worst
Yeah.
character in any comic book ever. And I came out of this movie going, Falcon's awesome. I'm so honest. Like,
What can Falcon do? He can fly.
he's got wings like a bird.
Yeah, but the guy they got for him, you get to meet him before he becomes Falcon, like in the like end sequence. Yeah, that guy. You see him. You
Anthony
actually
Mackie.
meet him. Oh, so you meet
Yeah,
him
he's
first.
good. And you
In
like
the
him.
opening, like the very opening, we actually get to meet him, and he's really likable, cool, has good stuff to
And
say.
the Winter Soldier is
The
fucking
Winter Soldier!
awesome. He's the best. This
And
is
Black
why
Widow. We're missing.
Black Widow is
They're
good.
good.
Wow,
It's the
that's,
best-
that's
it's the
actually
best-
the one thing I was concerned
Yes,
about.
I am too. I've never seen Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, and liked her really. I liked her in
You're
this
like,
film.
cool action sequence, but
She's
Yeah.
a person. She's not just Black Widow. Really cool. Fantastic fight sequences again. She just fits in with all of them. We won't ruin it, but there's this one fight sequence where it's all three. You get Captain America, Black Widow, and Falcon. And
On the
they're-
freeway?
On the freeway.
Oh, that
and
sequence
they're
was the
taking
best.
care of themselves and kicking fucking ass. Like, it's...
And the
no
Winter
one's-
Soldier is kicking
And the
fucking
Winter
ass.
Soldier's
He's
there,
so
too.
cool. No, he's really cool.
I know. And like
I don't know how they did some of those
10
fights.
10 times in the movie, I'm like, Bucky!
Bucky! Spoilers.
I guess it's a spoiler, but
Anyone who's read a comic
Everyone
knows.
You know.
and it almost doesn't matter. I knew the whole time, and
Yeah.
I was very cool with it. You know, he's just really cool. There are like every
God
fight.
damn, that's so cool again.
That's
He
his
looks
old
really
uniform.
good.
It looks
Yeah.
good, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
But just
good.
like there's that fight in the elevator that you see in the preview.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
not spoiling anything. He's in an elevator and
Yeah.
there's like 14 guys
You
in
guys
there.
want to step out?
You guys ready? Okay, and then he just kicks all their asses.
That's
but-
edited. We actually get to have a little bit of a longer
Yeah,
sequence
that
in there.
fight goes on a bit longer, and it's cool.
good.
But
It's
then
cool.
he still is in this elevator in like a place where he can't
Oh
get.
my
So he
God.
has to escape from the elevator, then escape from the compound, and like that whole sequence is just kind of a
Yeah.
forgettable sequence. At the end of the movie,
No.
you're like, "Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
elevator!" But it's really cool.
And
so
it's seamless. It moves from section to section. It makes sense. The story is just propels you along. It's just really good.
it's logical. It plays
Yeah.
on the first
Yeah.
movie. It brings back a lot of stuff. If there's anything that's slow about it, I will say there's about 15 minutes total where they're kind of reflecting back on things that happened in the first movie and reminding us. And they have some scenes and so forth. And you might argue that it's a little slow there, but I was okay with it because when you're in action, it's over the top. And
there's no freaking love. Thank God. I'm sorry, but it's like you put a woman in the movie and all of a sudden someone's got to kiss her. Well,
not this time, yeah.
No, I'm happy. Like, it's just a freaking action movie.
So, yeah, Kim, I know
just
what you're
happens
thinking.
to have women in it.
You were wanting Captain America and Bucky to kiss.
Well, I want that to happen.
It actually is about their relationship
besties.
and them.
Romance.
Yeah. So
So this was written by several people and directed by 2 people. I did not realize.
yeah, the Russo brothers directed it, and I believe they're kind of famous for having directed some Arrested Development episodes.
Sorry, it's just like
they're not known for this, but I gotta say,
Blockbuster, Captain America, and they directed
or Community maybe. Go down. What? No, go on. Click on director instead of producer.
Oh, sorry.
Go down. No,
Oh dear.
okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or there. There's the director.
Backseat Driver.
Backstreet Drive.
Community.
Yeah,
that's what
that's
I
what
said.
I meant. Did I say
You said Arrested Development.
Go down.
Same
Yeah,
difference.
there we
Arrested
go.
Development.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Five
who's the
episodes.
boss of this table,
Oh
Lewis?
my God.
You are the professor.
Hold on. Let me move over for your head.
He also directed. He and his brother also directed Yumi and Dupree.
Oh yeah, that one was
Oh.
not.
Now,
so
I
good.
want you to understand, Yumi and Dupree directors went on to direct what might be the best action movie you're going to see for a year.
They also did one called Car Fuckers.
A short. Okay, so
You
here's
know-
my concern. Oh, go ahead and say
your
your thing.
concern.
My
You have
concern-
concerns?
I have a real
Oh,
concern.
I have
I came out of Captain America 2 and I said, that movie was so good. They did such a good job. I don't know that I'm going to be able to enjoy any other superhero movies this year. I'm going to come out of Spider-Man, and where I normally would come out of Spider-Man 2 and go, it was fine. Now I'm going to come out and go, fuck that piece of shit. And then I'm going to come out of X-Men, and where I normally would have been like, it was okay, maybe too many villains, I'm going to come out and go, fuck that piece of shit.
Guardians, though, you'll be like, that was cute.
Guardians,
That's
I have
the only
high
hope.
hopes.
That's
I have
the one.
high hopes for Guardians.
I
that I'm
agree
going to
with
come
you
out of
with the
that
other
and go
two,
like,
though.
yes.
And you know, with Guardians, they have a different attitude, sort of, towards
It's a
their
different
film.
tone.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
It's a different tone.
I think that's why I have high hopes.
So if you go and see it, which you should, for sure.
You should see it.
Stay for both of the after things. Okay, there's 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
2.
Because normally, I mean, and it could change anytime. Like, it's just a few minutes after the main credits.
Yeah, that's the
fancy
first,
grid.
yeah.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
Usually, that's more important. And then
It is. It's a
lately,
little
right
heftier.
at the very end of the credits, usually it's a more humorous.
It's
thing.
not
humorous.
the same.
not the
They
same.
don't take that pattern.
The first one leads directly into Avengers 2.
Yeah.
Like, it has characters and plots from it's setting up Avengers 2 totally. The second one, I think, is setting up Captain America 3.
I agree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it's hearty.
It's there.
hard.
It's enough there that you're
Yeah.
like, oh.
They got Crossbones or whatever that guy's name.
No, but you know Crossbones is in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have. Okay, see, here's why Captain America 2 is great. The villain on the boat at the beginning is Batroc the Leaper. Do you know who Batroc the Leaper is?
Yeah.
In comic fans? Maybe the worst villain in all of comics. He's horrendously stupid.
Well, his
stupid.
name kind of. I'm sorry, his name kind of.
His name is Batroc, and he knows how to jump. He's a leaper.
Good
He
for
doesn't
him.
jump very high. He just jumps. Like
He leaps.
He leaps.
He leaps.
They took that piece of shit character and they turned him into a legitimately cool fight with Captain America. Like when he squares off against America, I was like, oh, fucking cool, man. I was like, Batroc's kind of okay today. That's what I think. If they can keep taking piece of shit characters and making me care about them, good for them. I want it all day long. Like the Falcon, Captain America and the Falcon in the 80s were Batman and Robin, except without the weird, sex thing.
Sure.
Don't talk about Batman like that.
But I hated them. In the 80s, they were so stupid.
They're
if you
boring.
look at pictures of the Falcon from the comic books,
Boring.
he's wearing a white and red suit, and he's got red wing feathers.
He's
coming
more
off his
lame
arms.
than Angel, and that's
He's
saying a lot.
So lame. Yeah. And in this movie, I was actually like, really into him. I was like, I could kind of dig the Falcon, you know? Like, I hope he's in further movies. I hope he's in the Avengers. I don't know. So, anyway, I hate overselling something, but I think this movie, if any of the superhero movies can stand up to it, it's this movie.
That's him right there.
Lame.
It's so bad.
It's so
Yeah.
bad. The Falcon's the worst.
I know. I always
You're
hesitate.
the worst, Falcon.
No, I hesitate to oversell something as well, but it's hard to not get excited and share how much fun we had in the movie and how just good it was. It wasn't like mindless fun. It was just great.
It was smart. It was a smart script.
It was smart, well acted, just well done.
I'm excited now.
Yeah,
It's
you
good.
should be. It's good.
And we were worried because you had your theory about good trailers lead to bad movies. Nope.
No, I have a theory.
Oh my
good
God.
trailers lead to good movies, and bad trailers, like say Transformers for the Age of the Extinctions.
I think we found ourselves a
Oh
Transformer.
God, we watched that Transformers.
I watched that. Can we watch the trailer?
Dad, what do you do with all that junk? This junk gonna put you through college.
I think I found a Transformer.
I found us a Transformer.
I can't leave the movie just so I can hear him
Oh my
talk.
God.
I watched the trailer and I can't stop laughing.
We can watch the socks.
Let's go watch the socks with the Transformers.
Oh my god, that's gonna be.
And the bad guys
Oh
show
my
up.
God.
Turn over the Transformers. What are you talking about? Okay, don't shoot my daughter. It's the worst.
Oh no.
It's just gonna be. It's Michael Bay, and then okay, let's move on to news. We ready for news? Because I'm into Michael Bay.
Segue.
So the preview for Ninja Turtles came out. Have you seen it?
No.
Yes.
Are we gonna watch it right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that Johnny Knoxville?
Yes. There's rumors.
Johnny Knoxville
Is
is
he
gonna
gonna be-
Leonardo.
Voice?
Is he a voice?
I believe so. Or
Ooh.
According
Is that Tony
to
Shalhoub?
Tony Shalhoub's gonna do Splinter and it doesn't say, oh wait, here we go. Voice of Leonardo. Yep, you nailed it. Leonardo's gonna be.
Does that mean the kids that
Johnny
were actually
Knoxville.
dressed up like the Ninja Turtles and had to run around in those big suits, those motion capture
It-
suits,
it-
don't even get to
it brings me back
do their own
to
voices?
Star Wars 4 through 6, as far as when they told the guy in the Darth Vader outfit that he'd be doing the voice of Darth Vader.
Oh no.
And then, in fact, they didn't even tell him when they changed it.
Oh,
so
it's so harsh.
they did an interview, and yeah, he was just like, "Oh, all right."
Oh my god.
It's so terrible.
That's me in the suit.
Well,
You don't sound like Darth Vader.
and he doesn't get to be the guy under the mask.
I know he doesn't even get to be when they take the mask off.
Wow.
Poor guy.
Okay, so we've
Wow.
got a minute 31, 5 minutes and 55. I'm gonna say that's not a good one to
No,
do.
that's too long.
Just watch like the minute 51.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
fine.
the average kind of trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll watch this and then I'll make my comment. This is a Michael Bay movie.
Ooh, Nickelodeon film.
Crime, with violence and fear have run rampant. Our great city is being destroyed.
Shredder talking, right?
People want justice restored to this world. People want heroes, Miss O'Neill. But heroes are not born. They're created. That's what your father and I were trying to do. Create heroes.
Batter up.
Oh, so you can just hit your shell on anything as hard as you want and you're okay?
Sure. That's how turtles work.
No, whoa, chill. It's just a mask. See? Don't freak out. Right?
Do you see the problem? Nostrils.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, actually,
I
someone.
didn't even notice that.
They do or don't have nostrils.
They're not supposed to, but go back and look at the pictures.
if you
Maybe
go-
they're not supposed to because
They
they're
aren't.
turtles?
No, if you go to geekology.com,
Whoa,
there's a
chill.
graphic
It's just a
artist who actually changed their faces to what they should look like, and
You
they
should-
look better, obviously.
What
should
would
do
it?
this.
Why is it not?
See how he's got nostrils?
They don't have
They
nostrils.
don't have nostrils.
Okay, go do what Thomas said. Where is it? Geekology.com.
Yeah.
How do you spell that with a G?
Geekology. Geek ology.
Golly.
It might be IE at the end.
Or you could just Google it.
Yeah, there it is.
And then type in Ninja Turtles. And then type in my butt.
Okay.
Butts.
Butt ghost.
Butt
13.
goes. Okay.
They actually right there, good.
Less
looking.
freaky?
Yeah.
Yeah, good look at that one. There.
Yeah.
There he is with. That's the turtle that you're used to.
That's what they're supposed to look like.
That is what he's supposed to look like.
But that's them with the noses. Look how much cooler Leonardo looks with
No,
the...
you're right. There's something wrong. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why make the choice? Why give him nostrils?
Yeah.
There's still time to change it. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's start a campaign.
They aren't gonna change it.
They're not.
Michael Bay, dude.
He was...
Oh my God, is he just in love with Megan Fox?
I think he's in love with Michael Bay.
I think he's in love with Michael Bay too.
Actually,
Is that why she's in the
I hear he
movie?
has explosions tattooed on his body.
Didn't Megan Fox not do Dark Side of the Moon?
Yeah, because he was
I thought
pissed
there was
at
a
her.
falling out.
Yeah,
or
because
something.
she was like, Michael Bay's a piece of shit, and he's like, you're out.
I think she called him a Nazi or compared him to Hitler. Or
Apparently,
something.
she called him up and
I
went,
didn't know
I
all
meant
this
the
stuff.
good kind of Hitler. And
Then
he's
why
like,
is
all
she
right,
in his
you're
movie
back.
again?
Yeah,
There's like
no idea.
one token woman.
That's
Sorry.
April O'Neil. She's not a token.
Well,
She's
yeah, she
very
is.
important.
The
Even if you-
story was created with
even
the
if
token
you,
woman. She just
look
happens
at-
to have a name.
If you look at the old Ninja Turtles cartoon, she still had a big bust back then.
of course she did.
Big
I
bust.
noticed.
Big
we
bust,
can look at fucking comics from all over, and all they
It's
have
a
are
kids'
big busts.
cartoon. Now, come on.
They
As-
still do that. Have you
as
seen
an
any of the
artist-
princesses in Disney?
Wow.
Jesus, Tiny Waist,
Whoa,
Bazooka.
hey,
yeah.
As an artist,
Twisted or
I have
Tangled.
to say, I've done
She
some
was
drawings
ti-
in
she
my
was
time,
pretty
and
petite.
it's almost
Tangled?
impossible not to draw huge
One.
boobs when you get to that.
What
It's
about,
really
what
hard
about
not to just
the
be like,
new,
whoops?
what's the
Like,
Frozen?
what's stopping you?
Did they have big busts in that?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
What?
Yeah, Frozen, they've got those big boobs.
Are you drunk?
That's what that movie's known for.
No, it's not. It's known for its wonderful musical numbers.
And the boobs. Okay, enough.
The boobs.
By a dumb
This is what
name.
happens when you hang out with Nathan too much.
I'm sitting here looking up shit on the fucking.
This is
Google
your
sheet
fault,
for you.
Nathan. I was
Apparently, it is.
I was a proper feminist until I met you.
Okay.
Nathan's like, here's some dark beer.
Yeah. Here, be happy.
Raj.
All right. Anyway, so am I excited about Ninja Turtles?
No.
No. I want to be.
Will I see it? Maybe.
For sure. But I want to be excited, but Michael Bay has never not made a bad movie.
Jesus Christ.
Proportionate, okay?
I like The Rock.
Jesus.
No, The Rock's a bad movie. I like it too. But
Yeah,
it's a
I'm
bad
glad
movie.
Disney's finally grown
What about
into the 21st century and stop making their princesses like
every
all the other
every
ones.
century's different? You don't know.
You don't know.
Back in the
Okay.
day.
I do know. I just said.
What other news do we have, Nathan?
We also
You
have.
gotta say what you mean.
We have.
Don't even start talking.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord.
Do you want to talk about this one, Thomas?
Oh.
Thomas
Wow.
found this one, so I'll let him talk about it.
Oh, yeah, Goonies, the movie that I'm pretty sure I'm the only person in the world that doesn't really care about.
I'm not a big fan.
Oh, really?
I'm
Oh my
I'm
God!
Sure I'm the only person who's not.
I was gonna say it's nice to meet a fellow person who's not. No, the reason why I posted is because everyone I know loves Goonies.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never heard anyone, any age group, dislike the Goonies. So it's weird. But anyways, I saw it. People are excited. Apparently, there
don't
is
know
a new
why.
Goonies movie in the works.
Why?
You excited? You excited?
Like,
No.
like, how can that be a sequel? What are they making?
It's a remake. I don't know.
It's a remake or a
Maybe.
sequel?
It says sequel.
This says
Oh,
sequel,
sequel.
but I don't know what the hell they
Yeah,
could
like, what are they gonna
possibly
sequel?
do.
Okay,
How are
so
they gonna
they
sequel
get
that?
all the actors who were in the first one, and then they have their own kids.
Oh my
and
god!
then-
They just remake the movie. They just redo the movie. That's bullshit.
yeah.
They've all grown up, and now the evil sewer clown is coming to get them. Oh wait, that's it.
Yeah, I was like,
that
that sounds really familiar.
I miss those two.
Tim Curry.
There's no way that
I
this
don't know
will
how
be
this
good.
is gonna work.
There will be no way.
I'm really concerned.
So you guys are lovers of Goonies.
I
Pretty
like
much.
it. Yeah.
Okay. No, I was just
I've
making
seen
sure.
it probably
Like,
a
it's-
good 30
I wanted to
times.
hear
I'm
the opinions.
way
of-
crazier about Dumb and Dumber than I am
Yeah,
Goonies.
same here. Well, and it's
They're making a sequel to that.
Yeah.
It's filmed,
Are
I
they?
think.
I think they're
did
in the middle of
Because
it, yeah.
seemed like they were going back.
It's just
and forth.
called-
No,
No,
like
they're doing
it's
it.
filmed.
They're doing it.
They just have to cut it.
It's called
post-production.
Dumb and Dumber 2. Just
Just
T.O.
T.O. Because the other
The
ones
only
would
one
work.
doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's so good.
That's brilliant.
That makes me
Goonies,
excited.
I was a pretty sheltered child, but I was allowed to watch Goonies, so I've seen Goonies
same
like
here.
30 times.
I see.
So.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah.
I can see that.
It's one of those movies you watch when you're a kid and you're like, I want to do that. I want to be in that world.
But it's weird because there's a lot of shit bombs dropped in that movie, and it's an 80s movie before
Yeah.
the PG got split into PG-13 and all
Well,
that
it's
shit.
kind of like, it reminds me, language, kids movie, the new Spielberg robot movie with the kids, filmed
Real
around
Steel?
that. No,
You're thinking of the one that was more of a E.T. one, right? With
Yeah,
the
yeah.
train.
Oh, Super 8?
Super
Yeah,
Eight.
that
Super
one was
8, that
good.
kind of same time,
Yeah.
or time frame, language, kids.
I thought that was a really good
That
movie.
movie's not a Spielberg movie.
Oh,
It was
is
just
it not?
produced by him, I think.
Yeah,
wasn't
it
Oh.
feels like Spielberg,
Okay.
but it's actually Abrams. But
Yeah.
he's paying so much homage to Spielberg that it
Oh.
feels like a Spielberg.
Oh,
But-
I remember seeing Spielberg.
And, well,
I always
don't
thought
forget,
Oceans.
there's a shit ton of lens flares in it, so
Yeah.
you know it's an Abrams film.
But I do think it's one of the
Lens
best Spielberg movies ever, and he didn't actually make it. Yeah.
I mean, it's been a while since he's made a
I mean, if you have to name Spielberg movies that are good, you got Jaws.
Saving Private Ryan. No?
I think the opening and closing of Saving Private Ryan are a disaster. Schindler's List is good, but again, the ending is bad, where they cut to all
Jurassic
the
Park?
people.
Yes.
It's a crappy
My
movie.
Love
God.
Jurassic Park.
He's harsh.
No, I did see one I liked though. What was the one I
Wait,
liked?
it's because-
Lincoln. I like Lincoln.
It's because you read books. That's why he
No.
doesn't like the movies, right?
I have read books.
He's like Jurassic Park. The
Yeah,
book is way better than the
Raiders
movie.
of the Lost Ark.
No
That's
one
probably
reads
his
No one in
best.
our house reads
Jaws,
Crichton.
Jaws, then
Sorry.
Raiders.
Did he direct all the Indiana Jones?
No, just the Raiders. Oh, he also did the second one.
He didn't direct the third
Temple
one.
of Doom.
Temple of Doom.
That was-
I
I
don't
wasn't allowed to
know.
watch
You
that
should
one.
check and
The-
find out, but I don't know.
The third one
I'll
was
do
my
that.
favorite. I know the first one's really good, but
I think the third one's terrible, and I think the fourth one's worse.
Oh
Last
my
Crusades?
God.
You don't like Last
I
Crusades? That's
think
my
it's
favorite
really
one.
bad.
Really?
It's
Come
really
on.
bad.
Love
Wait,
that
what
one.
happens in what? Snake Pit is the Ark of the Covenant. That's Raiders.
Yes.
Raiders.
Okay.
That's
then
a good
what happens in
Sean-
the second one?
oh, that's the
That's the
minecart
hard-
Chinese
Oh, the
kid.
heart
that's-
down
Dr.
to the
Jones,
basement.
Dr. Jones,
Yeah.
That one's terrible.
Yeah,
And
that one's pretty
and
bad.
the spiders, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So spiders.
I love the whole.
Then-
He's a kid. River
Heart being
Phoenix.
ripped out.
Yeah. So what's the
beginning.
third one?
The third one is
He's on a train.
Sean Connery.
Yeah, Sean Connery.
Oh.
On a train, River Phoenix. It's a young
And
Indiana
they go
Jones.
into the thing,
They
go
go-
He has
to
to
the
pick
side
the
of the
correct
thing, and they gotta
cup.
get the cup.
Yeah.
I liked it. You chose poorly.
Poorly.
Well, he chose poorly. Actually, someone went online and said if they had a ton of money, they'd go to a daycare, take all the kids out, and put a bunch of old people in, and then when the parents showed up, just tell them that they chose poorly. And as I was reading it, I'm like,
funny.
where's he going with
Pretty
this?
funny.
And
That's
then
great.
Pretty
Yeah.
fucked up. That's funny.
He's a true fan of Indiana
this
Jones.
story about
So
these
those are producers.
kids.
Go up to the director.
These
Jesus.
adult kids decided to prank their mom by ending Toy Story 3 whenever they're all falling into the pit of fire and
Right.
they're all holding hands, and they edited the film and it just ends with them and she's just sitting on the couch sobbing, and she's like, is that the end of the movie? And then they had to tell her that there's more of the movie.
Oh god, that's
How
hilarious.
great is that?
Oh, so mean.
What a prank.
Oh,
There's
man.
an Indiana Jones 5 announced. Did we talk about that?
Oh my god.
So Lincoln's really quite good.
War Horse.
Yeah, Munich's okay. War of the Worlds is terrible.
We saw The Adventures of Tintin.
Yeah, what about Tintin? Was that good? I have it in my queue.
No, I wanted it to be,
yeah,
but
we wanted it to
it's
be.
not great.
What about Catch Me If You Can? I loved that one.
I heard good things about
No,
that.
all of these. Catch Me If You
watch
Can.
Catch
He
Me
does
If
a
You
lot of
Can.
3-star movies for me. Catch Me If You Can's 3-star.
The
Minority
Terminal,
Report
War of the
3-star.
Worlds, Munich was, I think, Minority.
Schindler's List
Jesus
is
Christ, this guy does.
What about Hook?
decent, but
Hook was good.
Okay.
Oh, he did do Last
I love
Crusade.
Hook.
You're right, Last Crusade.
Yes.
I like Last Crusade.
Empire of
Yep.
the Sun. Jaws.
E.T.'s overrated.
Close Encounters.
So he did direct all three of
1941
those. Holy
is
crap!
You know what? I thought I was a snob. But
Yeah.
Sitting here listening to you,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like,
Nice.
boy, you make me look
I'm a
like a
Spielberg.
humble.
I think Spielberg's overrated. I think Duel's good. He's got about 5 really good movies.
Holy
And he's-
crap!
Spielberg? Wait.
All the way back to 59.
Spielberg's
are
not
shorts. Those are
overrated,
in college.
Lewis.
From his
I have to qualify this. He's not overrated. He is the best director for the masses.
He makes movies that people
I'm
like.
serious. He makes like
He knows how to-
spoons of sugar for people
He
to
does.
gobble
He knows
up.
how to feed it right to you,
Yeah.
exactly what you think you
Classic
want.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's
But I
classic
don't know, he
Hollywood.
can bring out the potential.
I'm
it
saying
seems
there,
like in a lot
there
of.
are better Spielbergs than others.
Well,
so
when
we
he
can
makes a
kinda say
movie
they
like
go.
Lincoln, you're like, oh wow, he did actually. And I understand that Daniel Day-Lewis is the real star of Lincoln, but I think that Spielberg does such a good job with Lincoln because he kind of holds back on his. He doesn't have a huge score that just overwhelms you every
that's
5
the
seconds.
problem is the music.
He doesn't do
Yeah.
too much of his nonsense camera work where he's just, I don't know, driving you nuts. He doesn't have just a lot of nonsense that he likes to typically put in movies. He held himself back and made a good movie. So I think he can make a good movie if he just gets out of his own way.
Real Steel Part 2's coming out, by the way.
Sweet.
What? Part 2 or just 2?
Just
Haven't
2,
seen
sorry.
2.
I didn't see
seen
Real
one.
Steel.
Real Steel is actually coming to my Netflix queue tomorrow.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to tell us.
I will.
Because I'd like
I saw
to
it at the
know.
theater, but I forgot how.
Remind me again, what's Real Steel?
Rock'em
Hugh
Sock'em Robots.
Jackman.
Oh, that's
Hugh
right.
Jackman
Hugh
and his little
Jackman.
boy. What?
Dad, teach that robot to fight so that we can
He's got
be
a-
friends.
I hear it's like over the top with robots.
He's got a Halo TV series in pre-production for this year.
Sweet.
He's got Jurassic World in pre-production for 15.
Yeah, did you hear who's casting that?
Defoe.
Willem
Oh.
Dafoe. There's a Adventures
Chris
of
Pratt.
Adventures of Tintin Part 2.
For reals.
What?
Really?
Chris Pratt,
Yeah,
what
click
for
on,
real?
Click on Jurassic World. And look at the cast.
Pre-production. Chris Pratt, Judy Greer.
Bryce
Isn't-
Dallas Howard?
Isn't Judy Greer
Yes.
In
Pam?
Archer?
Or not Pam, Cheryl?
Cheryl in Archer, yeah.
That's great.
Nick.
Jake Johnson, I
Oh, is
hate
that
him.
not Nick Offerman? I thought it was Nick Offerman.
Ty Simpkins.
Nick Robinson.
You know who Ty Simpkins is?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Maybe I don't. Click,
He's this
hold down.
little boy with a bow tie, and he's like,
He's the little boy from Iron Man. He's the little shit from Iron Man 3.
I was wrong.
And he's the kid from Insidious.
You know that guy.
wrong. Can we get that on the front tape?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Wrong.
Oh, I was wrong.
I was wrong. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty
BD
cool.
Wong. Do you know who BD Wong is? Oh.
Nope. I don't like this Jake Johnson kid though.
Who's Jake Johnson?
This kid.
Ugh.
He's from New
He
Girl.
looks-
Oh, wasn't he from?
Yeah, he is from New Girl.
Safety not guaranteed.
Safety not guaranteed. I like
Yeah,
that.
he looks
was okay
like
in that.
he's halfway to becoming Doug
Constipated?
Benson.
Oh yes, nice.
He looks so potted up.
God.
And then
He's high on life.
well.
Untitled third Tintin film is announced, and
Oh my
Adventures
God.
of Tintin: Prisoners of the Sun for 16.
What the hell?
So apparently he's gonna take that Tintin to a trilogy.
He likes that Tintin.
Yeah.
To the limit.
Two, and then
It's fine.
the
It's
little
a
dog
3.
is
It's
cute.
the dog is
The dog is
adorable. It's a
adorable.
3-star movie, no question. It's
Yeah.
good enough. But I feel that way about most of his movies. Okay, so do we have any other news besides Spielberg's Not My Thing?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Goonies was what we were on.
Super. So
Yeah.
let's move on to
Oh,
homework.
man.
You know what? Kim, you gave us some homework.
Yeah, I did. I gave us homework. We're going to watch Mud. And so a little bit of a story about Mud. The main character, played by Matthew McConaughey, is Mud. And there's actually 2 boys. They are...
Fantastic.
10?
Yeah,
How
they're
old are
real
they?
14.
good.
14.
Those boys are
So
really
yeah,
good.
great picture. The 2 little boys. It kind of is a story about them interacting with Mud and kind of being exposed to Mud's life, what he's into, because he's hiding out on this desert island, this I guess deserted island. Yeah, surrounded by water. They're in Arkansas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're in yeah. So they live on the river, these two boys, well, one of the boys does, and they drive around in their little boat. One of the little boys lives with his uncle because his parents are dead. Do what?
Michael Shannon.
Yes, his uncle Michael Shannon. And
he can't go in there right now. He's doing it. That's his doing it song.
So he gets
Help me, Rhonda.
These. He goes down to the bottom of the river and he gets all the clams.
Yeah, the mussels and
and all this stuff. And so these boys find this boat out in the middle of this island that they're driving around looking for, and they run into Mud, and it kind of
goes
out
really
of control from there.
Yeah.
From then on it kind of spirals, not necessarily out of control, but
spirals outward for sure.
Yeah, the story really grows and things intensify and stuff gets more and more serious as these boys find out what Mud's involved with and what's possibly going to happen, and it's really good. I enjoyed it.
And both of the kids are kind of in home situations. Neckbone isn't in a terrible home situation. His uncle's doing the best that he can with him, but both of them are kind of forced to grow up very quickly. I feel like they are faced with things that
very
are
mature decisions.
Yes, yeah. For 14, you're making they're making 20-year-old level decisions on a daily basis.
And they're looking at adults in their lives who are not necessarily making mature decisions as well. And so I think that kind of makes them wonder what's kind of going on. And
yeah, well, it's kind of sad though. The main boy, I'd say he's the star.
He got hosed.
He has these almost what seemed like unbreakable beliefs or convictions.
He's very idealistic.
Yes, and then the whole movie you get to see it just being torn down, all around him.
Kind of sad, actually.
And to be, there's a point where it's really depressing, but they do it in such a great way. It's
not like a drag you down depressing, just like
they don't take a hammer and just smash you. But
here's a slice of life. Type of a thing.
But it's in a realistic way for the most part. My only complaint,
it's about teaching you what life's really like, kind of getting away from your idealistic idea of what love is or whatever.
It's more complicated than it seems. It's not, love isn't just what Hollywood teaches us what love is, really. They kind of break that.
Ty Sheridan. That's the name of what. That's who I thought we were talking about when I saw that.
No, I couldn't get over how good the kids were, though. Honestly.
The two boys make it, and you're right. The lead boy, it's his story, it's his movie, and I think he carries it. He does a great job.
I can't believe how I when I see kid actors, I usually cringe. But jeez.
These two boys do a great job.
Fantastic.
He's in 5 movies that are in post-production right now.
Yeah, we went and looked him up because we recognize the younger one. He's actually in Justified right now. We're watching the TV show. And so Neckbone is the one that's in the show. And
Jacob
we were
Laughlin.
we know this guy. We know this kid. His teeth. He has a little bit of a gap in his teeth. And we were and his voice. We could definitely hear it. Because this was filmed 2 years ago. And we know that he's grown just a little bit. When kids grow, they grow a lot. We're it's the same kid.
As I was watching it and the story and obviously the area and the accents, I honestly thought this felt like an older story than it was. It obviously takes place in a modern time, but I'm thinking Huck Finn. These boys find some stranger on an island, and he's kind of giving them a half story, and they're kind of going along with it, and it kind of leads them on this journey. Honestly, I was is this a remake or a rewrite? Just because
some old Mark Twain story, right?
Exactly. I maybe it's because of the accents, but
just updated.
Yeah,
I think it kind of fits though, because if you take out any of the technology with the motors and stuff,
the story
stands still because the meaning behind it is more than just here's an encounter, these boys meet this guy, and here's what happens. You know,
Not,
it's not an
to
action
mention,
film.
not to
you know?
mention even the I guess you can call them villains as far as you know
The bounty hunters.
Yeah, the bounty hunters, the family. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was depressing at times, but it ended well. It's not a movie I'd ever want to watch again, though.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't watch it again
Ever.
either.
Again.
I told when the wife got home, I was like, "Ew, you missed a pretty decent movie that I probably won't watch again with you." So
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it again either. But I really liked it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars.
I think I did too. Yeah.
It
What
was,
would you have given it, Kim?
4.
4?
Yeah.
I think it was a
I thought it
little
was
long for what it.
2 hours 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It might have been too
A
long.
little long, maybe.
I
Well,
wonder where they could have cut it though, because I feel like
All
what
of
we
that was
saw and
important,
what
yeah.
we experienced was part of the story.
No,
So I didn't mind
I didn't
it
have
as
any
much.
problem with the camera work at all. But you know, maybe some of the where they're just on the boat driving along a lot. You know, they just you get to see what they see, the island, what's going on the island, the old man. I mean, they could have alluded to him maybe once, and it would have been fine. The story would have been fine as far as but you keep on seeing them over there doing different stuff,
Right.
Here's what I kind of appreciate about the story, I guess that bumps mine from like a 3, which is a pretty good movie, to a 4, is that there are things that show up all throughout that come into play later on.
That's true.
And it's really well woven into the story, so nothing is surprising in a bad way where you're like, well, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
Like it didn't belong. But in this film, I think everything belonged. It all made sense, and there's some really cool moments at the end where you're like, holy shit, you know, like wow.
Yeah,
And it's
that
cool.
first gunshot scared me actually, just because the movie's so quiet.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I kind of pooped a little too. I was like, whoa!
Yeah.
The only thing that just kind of is a little like kind of took me out of the world.
Reese Witherspoon.
No, I don't really. She's
She
fine.
was okay.
It was
She
fine.
was just
She
fine
played her
for me.
part. Yeah. Was the fact where he first sees the girl that he likes getting picked on, and he just goes up, socks the senior, and then it's
And no
done.
no consequence.
And then she's
whatsoever.
suddenly interested in him. They go out on the one date. I'm just like,
You touch,
just doesn't
did you touch your
feel-
boobies? Yeah, a little.
yeah. I mean, and it didn't obviously ruin the movie at all for me. It was fine. The girl was a fine actress, but it seemed a little placed. Maybe if they chose someone that looked a little closer to his age. The fact that she was 2 feet taller than him, and
But at that age, girls are 2 feet taller.
oh, I understand that, but he is a young-looking lad compared to the
comparatively.
guys she's
Yeah,
hanging
that's
out
true.
with.
Yeah.
And honestly, it does not take anything away, but that was the only kind of part where I was like, back in my brain, it didn't feel quite.
I thought it was strange how how she just baited and switched him somewhat. Like
No,
I was like, Jesus,
I
that's
could
fucking
see
cold.
that. I could totally see that, but it's just the whole age difference.
Well, we get Mud with the main kid story mirroring each other.
That's
so,
kind of what I
and his
gathered
parents
too.
not getting along, the divorce. You guys love each other. What's going on? And then the exact same thing.
Mud, and he loves
People.
you know,
People change.
Yeah.
People are complicated.
At a certain
and-
point, you're looking at the kid, and I kind of got this sense that like he eventually could turn into Mud down the road if depending on his next series of choices over the next couple of years. Like I could totally see him becoming another one of those types of guys.
Somehow they managed to keep you interested in Mud. They didn't give you much, like a lot of times, but they gave you enough where you were kind of hungry for more.
Yeah, he was
I think a lot of that's
really
McConaughey.
likable.
Yeah, he brings something to the screen where you're just kind of like, oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Well, who is he? Like you're kind of
Yeah, he's mysterious
interested.
enough, but he's also he's not just mysterious for the sake. I mean, there's something to him.
Yeah.
You know, there seems to be, and we realize ultimately that he's kind of driven by his heart. He wants something that he can't have, and we get that.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was pretty good, but I think we all thought it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a watcher.
Oh,
Yeah.
a one.
I'd say watch it, especially on Netflix. I mean, it's watch instantly. Why not?
Yeah,
and
for
you
sure,
really
for
won't
sure.
mind the 2 hours and 10 minutes that goes by. I really don't think you will.
Yeah.
You won't notice too much.
So Thomas, what's our homework for next week?
This is recommended by a friend, so I just figured, hey, we'll watch it, give it a go. He's got okay. I mean, I like most of the movies he likes. Like he's not just he doesn't go to movies to go to movies.
Okay.
So
I
it's
do that though.
I do that too.
I go to movies to go to movies.
well, okay. He's not a sheep. How about we put it that way? I'll sound smug.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll sound like Lewis for a second.
Oh.
No. Arn the Knight Templar.
The Knight Templar.
Can you spell that for me, please, and use it in a sentence?
Well, it's a name, so Arn.
Like my arm is hurting.
A-R-N.
I banged my elbow and now my arm hurts.
Just so people can find the movie.
A-R-N colon the Knight the Knight Templar. He says it's a long movie. He says it has the sections feel different. To be honest, I looked at the what Netflix showed, and it didn't really show much. I wasn't that impressed. Normally, it's something I wouldn't watch. So, but I did tell him I'd recommend it. So that was okay. And and if we don't like it, we can make fun of him for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll tell him to stay tuned. So.
Well, that sounds awesome. We'll check out Arn the Knight Templar
from 2010 or 2007.
Whatever's on Netflix.
There's
both.
two.
I think one's a TV show and one's
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
2
2 discs, 6 episodes. I'm sorry. Yep. So the 2007 one, everybody.
2007. Who's in it?
Nobody's.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I'm excited. I like
a bunch of names I can't pronounce. Actually, this
Matthew
is
McConaughey with a southern accent.
Stellan Skarsgård.
That's all he knows.
Oh yeah,
Southern accent.
Stellan Skarsgård's in it.
All right.
Sounds super cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Make sure you do your homework, and we'll check in with you again next week. Thanks for listening to Welcome to the Balcony. What's our show called?
Hangin
from the Balcony. And
60-something episodes now. And
62. We're on episode 62. But to be fair, this is only his 4th time.
To be fair, I'm not really trying very hard.
You're a teacher. This
is how my classes go.
Oh my!
He gives really good oral all the time, so that's why I picked him.
I give really good oral.
Yeah,
as
oral.
they say.
Yeah.
Oh, oral.
Oral.
Oh. I thought we were talking about something completely different.
I know. That's why I said it like that.
So anyway, we appreciate you checking in with us. Please let us know if you've got a movie you want us to listen to and talk about. We would love to do that.
We'll listen to it. We won't watch it. We'll just listen to it.
That's what I do. I watch and
is that not what we do? If you want to contact us, you can get hold of Nathan on the Twitter with Nathan L. Betts, at Nathan L. Betts. You can check out Time Spent Poorly on Facebook.
Yes.
We're on YouTube, Time Spent Poorly YouTubes, and you can watch us and look at our pretty faces. Is there anything else? You guys
yes.
got any news? What else?
We have we have a new one new show that started, and we're looking to add a couple new shows. So be watching for the Carlton Brothers comedy show. That's available either now or pretty soon, depending on how the next week or so goes. And get a hold of us if you think you want to do a podcast. We'll tell you no, but
no, we won't. We'll let you do it.
Yeah, we'll call. Yeah, if you have an idea, run it by us, and we'll or get in contact. If you have friends that want to get in contact.
If the Carlton Brothers can get a show,
anybody can. Yeah, if we put Lewis on here,
tell me about it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for checking in with us, and we'll see you again next week. Until then, keep on hanging from the balcony.
Well, have a good movie night.
Oh, have a great ass movie night.
He's doing that on
fun
purpose.
watching the movies.
Yeah.